Right, EastEnders fam, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following the square lately, you already know things have been mental. But next week is about to hit different, and I'm genuinely not ready. Like, we've got Sharon Watts coming back after being away for over a year. We've got Joel Marshall getting released from prison way earlier than anyone expected. And Beale is literally about to make a decision that could ruin his entire life. I've got 7 absolute bangers of spoilers for the week of July 13th. And honestly, some of these are going to shake the whole square to its core. If you're not subscribed yet, now's literally the perfect time, because these storylines are about to be absolutely crazy. Let's jump straight in.
Okay, so Ian's in serious trouble, right? He's got the plea hearing coming up, and his lawyer, Mr. Get Out, is basically telling him straight, plead guilty. And look, from a legal standpoint, I get why the lawyer's saying that. Sometimes it's the smarter move. But here's where it gets emotional. Peter and Lauren are like, yeah, Ian, listen to the lawyer. But then Kathy comes in and she's like, absolutely not. You've got nothing to be responsible for. So now Ian's caught in the middle of his family, basically tearing itself apart over what he should do. He goes to Peacock Palace, trying to get Elaine's support. Then he tries to convince Chelsea to change her statement, which, spoiler alert, doesn't go well because Denise kicks him out of the house. By the end of the week, Ian's just broken. He's made his decision, and honestly, you can feel how defeated he is about it. This plays out from around July 13th onward. Genuinely heartbreaking, because you know whatever he decides is going to change everything for him. That's the kind of character moment that sticks with you.
Spoiler 2. Sharon Watts returns to Walford and wars with Zoe Slater. Okay, this is huge. Sharon's been away for over a year, flitting between London and Florida, and she's finally settling back into Albert Square. But she's not coming back empty-handed. She's bringing a bombshell for Phil. She's going to sell her share of the boxing den to Max Branning. Like, that's a massive business decision that affects everyone. But here's where it gets spicy. Sharon wastes absolutely no time in settling old scores with Zoe Slater. She's still furious about Zoe lying about Jasmine and Josh's paternity last year. And honestly, I don't blame her. So Sharon literally bursts into the Vic to confront her, and Zach and Martin rush to their mum's defence. When Zoe tries to apologise, you can just tell they're not having it. They're not in a forgiving mood at all. This all kicks off from July 13th, and what I love about this storyline is that Sharon's not messing around. She's back and she's ready to deal with unfinished business. That's character development right there.
This one hit me hard when I read it, not gonna lie. Denise gets to come home from the hospital and everyone's celebrating, right? But she's got this massive secret she's not telling anyone. Her chemotherapy hasn't responded as well as expected. She's gonna need to try treatment again. That's heavy stuff. What's really gut-wrenching is that Denise is trying so hard to put on a brave face and just get back to normal family life. Like she doesn't want to worry anyone. But then she goes back to the hospital and her friend passes away. And that moment just puts everything into perspective for her. When she gets back to the square, she sees her grandson Jordan with Sheila Atkins, who's Gray's mum, the serial killer. And that's when everything comes crashing down. Libby has to come clean about who Sheila is, and Denise is absolutely furious. She demands a private meeting with Sheila to confront her about what she's doing in Walford. Later in the week, she finally tells Jack the truth about her chemo not working, but she makes him promise not to tell the rest of the family because they're putting together a leaving party for Libby. That's
the kind of burden that shows real character strength, but also shows how isolated she's feeling right now. This all develops through the week of July 13th, and honestly, it's some of the most powerful storytelling EastEnders has done in a while. Spoiler 4. Max Branning can't resist Priya Nandra-Hart's advances. Alright, so Max and Priya have been having an affair, and Priya keeps threatening to expose it, right? She's literally been warning him that she'll tell everyone, and they keep almost getting caught. But Max clearly doesn't have enough self-control because Priya comes at him hard with the seduction, and he falls for it. Again. What I find kind of fascinating about this storyline is how reckless they're both being. Like, they know it's risky. They know they could get caught. But the attraction is there, and Max just can't resist. So by the end of the first week of July, they're back in bed together.
Now, I'm not going to judge Max too harshly, because affairs are complicated. But this guy's basically asking to get caught. Someone's definitely going to find out about this. And when they do, it's going to be explosive. You can already feel the tension building, and that's what makes great EastEnders drama.
Spoiler 5. Joel Marshall returns, with mum Cleo in tow. Okay, this is the one that's going to affect everything. Joel Marshall, the abusive son who beat up Ross so badly, he's been released from prison after serving less than half his sentence. And he's not coming back alone. He's bringing his mum Cleo with him. This is absolutely massive. So Vicky and Ross just got back from their honeymoon, and at first things seem okay. But there's all this awkwardness with Zach still hanging around. Vicky asks Kathy for advice, and she realises they need to move out of number 43. Jean and Mo offer them a room, but when Zach sees how upset Ross is, he decides to move out instead. That's actually really decent of him. But then, bam, a cab rolls into Albert Square and out steps Joel and his mum Cleo. And here's the thing. Cleo tells Vicky, Ross and Sharon straight up that she doesn't want Joel living with her. Like his own mum is rejecting him. That says something about how bad he is. Vicky rushes off to the cafe completely mortified, trying to offload her worries. And when word gets to Avani and Amy that Joel's back, they absolutely lash out at Vicky. They're furious. What I genuinely think is going to happen is that Joel's So Lauren Beale is doing illegal car sales with Mark Fowler, which is already sketchy, right? They make this deal where Mark agrees to skip Ian's family barbecue so they don't mix business with family. Fair enough. Except Mark literally can't stay away. He shows up to the barbecue anyway, and Lauren's trying to keep it together. But then later in the week, Mark calls Lauren in a panic, saying their deal has gone wrong. Lauren absolutely rushes over to meet him, ready to deal with whatever crisis happened. And then Mark's like, "Just kidding. I was testing your loyalty." Are you serious? This guy literally made up a crisis just to see if Lauren would drop everything and come running. And Lauren is infuriated. I mean, rightfully so, that's messed up. But what this tells me is that Mark doesn't trust her, and that's going to cause serious problems down the line. This happens around July 15th, 16th, and it's a turning point in their partnership. You can feel the tension brewing.
Spoiler 7. Gina and Harry's missing stock problem. Alright, so Penny Branning is moving into her new shop unit on Turpin Road Plaza, and she's asked Harry Mitchell and Gina Knight to help her out. Seems like a straightforward job, right? They're just helping with stock. No big deal. Except the stock they were supposed to be responsible for goes missing. Just vanishes. Now here's where it gets interesting. We don't know yet if they've stolen it, if someone else has taken it, or if it's just a simple mistake. But the fact that it's specifically mentioned means this is going to become a bigger storyline. My guess is that this is setting up either a theft subplot, or maybe it's going to create tension between Harry and Gina. Like, are they going to blame each other? Is someone else manipulating the situation? This all unfolds from around July 16th to 17th, and honestly, it's a bit of a lighter storyline compared to the heavy stuff happening with Joel and Denise, but it's still got potential for drama. I'm curious to see how this develops.
Okay guys, that's your 7 absolutely massive spoilers for the week of July 13th in EastEnders. Seriously, next week is going to be packed with drama, heartbreak and genuine chaos. I'm genuinely excited and also genuinely terrified about where these storylines are going. If you loved this video, please smash that subscribe button right now. I'm posting spoiler breakdowns every single week, and you don't want to miss the reactions when these scenes actually air. Turn on those notifications too, because I might even do emergency reaction videos when major stuff drops. Comment down below and let me know which spoiler has you the most hyped. Are you Team Denise, Team Sharon coming back, or are you absolutely dreading Joel's return? I read every single comment and I love chatting with you guys about the square. I post new videos constantly and I'd honestly love to have you as part of this community. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!